What is going on, guys? Thanks for joining me on another video today. We will be discussing war attacks and what types of attack strategies my clanmates like to use to get 3 stars. On top of all of that, I will show you guys my 2 favorite war attacks live. There will be a lot to cover, so just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Alright guys, the first attack I'm about to show you guys will be demonstrated by CTG Clarky, our number 1 in the clan. He is going to hit their number 2, which looks to be a pretty strong base, but that's not enough to stop Clarky's destruction. The attack he is using is a Lavalunian combo with Electro Dragons, and this attack is pretty strong if done correct. He starts out by taking out the 2 air defenses so he wouldn't have to worry about it later. Now that the air defenses are down, he's going to start his dragons in the left side of the base, helping to create a funnel for the heroes and the loons. Now that the funnel is set, he's going to set down his warden and his king and his queen to trail the dragons. Now he's going to set down the lava hound so it can take in some damage for the dragons. It's looking good so far. Warden ability popped, and now he's going to send in his remaining balloons inside the clan castle. As everything approaches the center of the base, the enemy CC troops have come out and make this attack a bit difficult, but Clarky then rages his balloons, and then after that following up with a freeze spell, buying some time for his electro dragon to come out and take out the clan castle troops. Now almost all of his troops are on top of the Inferno Tower and the Queen, so she's gonna take in damage, and then she's gonna also put out some damage back. Now the Queen is being overwhelmed by 3 Electro Dragons and the Warden, so she'll be taken out then. The only thing standing between Clarky and his 3 stars is that air defense, which will be chained out by those dragons. At this point, there's really nothing that can stop the dragons other than those expos, but in time they will also be taken out. Now I'm wondering to myself, what has the Queen done this entire raid? She's doing nothing other than breaking walls. Now as the raid is wrapping up, I want to talk about how overpowered this attack strategy is, and once all your air defenses are taken out, there's nothing that can really stop the dragon's damage. Even if the air defenses are still up, they'll be taken out by the chained damage just like that by the dragons. I'm going to let this play out, and once it's over, I'm going to meet you guys with the other attack. Next up is Corona, one of our 10 on 9s, and personally, I really like how this attack was done. Alright, he starts out by luring out the clan castle troops. He's waiting to see if that's all of them, and then he's going to send them to the left side of the base with that minion on top of the builder hut. For his attack, he's going to be using Lavalunian, which I find really effective at 10 on 9s. Now that the clan castle dragon is lured outside the base, he's going to set down the golem as bait, and then he's going to use wizards to take out the dragons. As he takes out the clan castle dragons, the queen starts to worry of what's going on, and then she backs off, but I'm pretty sure at this point Corona's gonna take out the queen along with that air defense. Alright, sets down the wall breakers, but they completely get destroyed by the mortar, but that won't be enough to stop him to continue his attacks. Then he drops down his heroes and then lures out the queen. He then poisons the queen, and then both heroes will come down to take out the arch queen, the enemy archer queen, and then after that the queen takes out the air defense, which will be difficult for the defender to defend against his air attack. After the air defense has been taken out, the queen sets her focus on the wizard tower, knocking it down, and then he begins his balloon attack at the top of the base, which is only defended by 1 air defense, but then the lava hounds will be enough to take out that air defense. Now that air defense is down, he's going to use haste spells to path the other balloons towards the other air defense. As the balloons approach the other air defense, he sets down his lava hound, his second lava hound, and then from there on, pretty much everything at that portion of the base should be destroyed. He still has 1 more rage and haste spell, so that's a smart idea to set down that haste first to get them close to the air defense, and then let the balloons take out the air defense. But I don't think he really needs that rage spell, so that's a really well done attack if you still have another spell left. Now as the balloons are heading towards the final Tesla, he then sets down his rage spell on that town hall, basically a swag spell, and then takes out the final defense. Now at this point it's just cleanups for the balloon, and I like to say well done to Corona. This attack was pretty smooth, starting from the lure and taking out the queen, and even taking out the air defense on top of the wizard tower at the beginning of the raid. Once again, nice job, Corona. This is a 3-star for us and a destroyed base for them. Now on to the next attack. Now this final attack before we get into the live attack is one of our new 10 all 8s V set, hitting number 14 with one of the clan favorite attacks, Go Hobo, with bowlers inside the clan castle. He starts out by luring the clan castle troops with his wall breakers, but not finding any luck with that Tesla tower there. Now he's gonna give it another try at a different angle, but gets taken out by the Tesla again, and then he uses a hog. This time, he lures the clan castle troops for sure. Now that the clan castle dragon is out of the clan castle, he's gonna send them to the right side of the base with what I think looks to be a archer set there. The dragon finally approached the corner, and then now he's gonna set a poison to slow down its fire rate. He then is going to surround the dragon with archers. Finally, after some time, the dragon has finally been taken out, and now he's gonna start his attack at the right side of the base, using that golem to soak in some damage. So at this point, he's gonna place down a couple wall breakers to break open a wall so he can do the most amount of damage. As you can see, there were nice placements of wall breakers because they went deep into the base. Now following up the wall breakers, he is gonna set a wall of wizards. Then he's gonna set down his king, and then on top of that, he's gonna place down his clan castle troops to max out the damage output. Raging everything there, including the bowlers, will do a ton of damage to a portion of the base, and then as the king is approaching the enemy king, he's gonna take out that as well as majority of other buildings. Finally, he sets down his hogs at the bottom side of the base as the bowlers are taking out everything at the center. Now at this point, half of the base is taken out just by the kill squad alone, and then coming in from the sides, the hogs are going to do a ton of damage to everything towards the left side of the base. Amazing spell placements on top of that splash damage and a bunch of other defenses, and as the hogs are getting towards the second set of wizard tower, he's gonna then patiently hold his final heal spell for the right moment, which will be now, and then at this point all the defenses are taken out. Wonderful attack by ViiperE. Even though this was a rush Town Hall 8, he still did demonstrate the key things about the Go Hobo attack, which are patience, spell placements, taking off the CC, and execution. This attack could be done really at any Town Hall as long as you have bowlers inside of your clan castle, and you can really pretty much take out any maxed out bases if done correctly. Once again, thanks for demonstrating the 4 key principles of the Go Hobo attack, bringing us a 3-star and leaving them with a destroyed base. Well done, ViiperE. Alright guys, now it's my turn to attack number 6. He's a pretty upgraded Town Hall 9, and his queen is on the outside, so it should be an easy grab. Clan castle is pretty deep into the base, but I think we could still lure it out from the left side of the base, so it shouldn't be a problem. Now the attack I'm going to use is a Lava Loonian attack with 1 heal, 2 rage, and 5 haste, along with Clan Castle Lava Hound. Now before we begin, I would like to say that I am a Town Hall 10 dipping on a Town Hall 9, so it shouldn't be difficult for me to get a 3. Now as I'm scouting out the base, I want to lure out the Clan Castle troops, so I'm going to begin by setting a loon on that archer tower on the left side and see if I can get it. No, that one doesn't work, so this time I'm going to try 2. Now I'm hoping to lure out the clan castle without wasting any other balloons, and it seems like it's going to work because now that the clan castle troop is out, I'm going to lure them to the top of the base. Now as the dragons are making their way to the top, slowly but surely, I'm pretty sure that I can take out the queen once the dragons get there. Now I don't have a poison, so it's going to be a tiny bit difficult. I'm just going to surround them with archers, and then I'm going to place down my archer queen, take them out, and then a couple minions, and then as that's going out, I'm gonna set down my king to continue the other portion of my attack to go for the queen. Now my king is being targeted, but that's not a problem as long as he is taking out buildings around so the queen can get in. Now that the mortar fired is shot, I'm gonna set down my wall breakers, bust the hole open. Now we have access to the queen. The king is gonna go in there and then take out the queen, but he will die in the process, so that's not a problem. As long as the queen is dead, we should be good for the raid. Now I'm starting to realize I think I can get the air defense at the bottom if the queen can go inside the compartment, and I don't think she's gonna be walking in there. Let's see if she goes in there after she takes out the storage. Waiting on the final hits on the storage. Now we see if the queen does go inside the center, and hopefully she targets the air defense. Pop the queen ability so she can get through that storage real quick, and I'm pretty sure she's going to take out the air defense. And now I'm going to continue my second portion of the air attack. Haste up these balloons to go towards that air defense. Set down my lava hounds, a little late, but I think it could still work. And then place down my third lava hound, which pretty much at this point is overkill. Pathing almost all the balloons to the center. As they get towards the center, I'm going to set down my rage spell. So once they get to the center, I'm going to pop that down right now so they can break through the Tesla farm real quick. As the wizard towers are occupied on the lava hound, it's looking good for us. I'm gonna place down the heal spell, and then from there, I think it's looking good so far. We still have a Lava Hound, so that means good news for us. Now, I still have a Haste and a Rage, so what I'm gonna do is set down the Rage right over on that Archer Tower so they can get through that thing real quick. The only thing left to do is clean up. Now we have 52 seconds, so it's a bit tight on us, so I'm gonna place down that Skeleton spell. Now that is why I don't have a poison during the air attack, so I can use the skeleton spell to do cleanup at the end. Now at this point, it's looking pretty tough. Good thing I saved that final haste spell. Now time would have been an issue if I took out the clan castle troops at the beginning fast, but luckily I saved an extra haste spell for a moment like this. Now where would be the most effective place to use this haste spell so I can not waste time? Time is looking sharp on us right now, so I think the best place to put the haste spells on those minions. There we go. Now they're boosted all the way to the top, so wow guys, that was a pretty sketchy ending, to be honest. Had I not had that haste spell, truth be told, I would have lost this raid completely. There we go, 3-star for us and another destroyed base for them. I think for next time I'm just gonna stick with the classic poison spell to take out the clan castle troops. Alrighty guys, I did promise 2 live attacks, so let me just switch over to my mini real quick and get it set up. Alright, welcome back guys. I am on my mini, and what I think I'm going to use in more is that same Go Hobo attack that VSAT used. I'm pretty positive it's the same exact troop setup, so let's just jump right into the attack. So I'm going to be attacking number 13, and by the looks of it, he is a pretty maxed out Town Hall 8, and it should be pretty easy with the plan I have set up. Now before I attack, I'm going to quickly show you guys what I'm going to use, and it looks like I have Clan Castle Boulders with a Goblin. Wow, okay. And the reason why I said it won't be difficult is because the Clan Castle is like towards the outside, along with the king, so it wouldn't be difficult to take them out. Now, what I'm going to do first is start out with luring out the Clan Castle troops. I know I can take them both out at the same time, but I want to play it safe, so I'm going to start by luring out the Clan Castle troops first. Now, looking around the base, I think the best place to set them without wasting time is at the right side. So what I'm going to do is set down this wizard right towards that elixir collector. Now, as they're making their way down there, I know the Archer Tower is going to take out my wizard, so I'm going to place down another wizard to continue my lure. As they're getting closer, the Archer Tower is going to take out my wizard, so at this point I may as well just begin killing them at that point. So I'm going to place down my poison spell, use a giant to distract the Archer Tower, and then from there I'm going to spam wizards to take out the dragon fast. Now I'm just going to let the wizards and the poison do its damage, and then while that's happening, I'm going to look around and see where to begin. Now I think I'm going to start towards the king. I'm going to set down my golem towards this cannon and mortar, put down a couple wizards, and then wall break my way in. Now I have a nice opening to take out the king, along with doing massive damage to the base with these boulders. Now as the enemy king is being taken out, I'm just going to wait for the right moment for the boulders to get in close to the base. And then once they get a little bit close, I'm going to set down my rage spell. The boulders will be doing multiple damage to multiple structures, so that's good for us. Now the way this base is set up, the king, the golem, and the boulders are going to make their way down and take out a portion of the base. To pop that king ability, I'm just going to let that play out, and then as that's happening, I'm going to look for that wizard tower, take that out with a couple hogs, so I don't have to worry about that later. Now as you can see, the boulders alone just took out the right side of the base, leaving the hogs with little to no structures to worry about later on. Now as the hogs gather in, I am going to place down that heal spell towards that wizard tower so it doesn't do splash damage. And now we have skeleton traps chasing my hogs around the base, but I'm just going to set down my heal spell so they don't have to worry about the skeleton trap. There goes the giant bomb. While they're still in the heal spell, take out the final Tesla, and then now they're going to turn their focus on those skeletons. With a minute and 10 seconds left, I think cleanup should be easy with all the amount of hogs I have left. Now as the hogs are cleaning up the base, I want to talk to you guys about how effective this attack strategy is. And you've seen it yourself, they pretty much can take out, max out bases if you really do it correctly. Now thanks for whoever donated me the goblin. I feel like without the goblin, this attack would have been done properly. As the hogs are cleaning up the final structures of the base, I feel like I want to talk about what I've learned today in watching most of these attacks. Honestly, I've learned that without proper execution and spell placements, most of these attacks will be a bit difficult. Now as we are wrapping up, it looks like there's a troll building down there. And that shouldn't be a problem for our hogs. All they have to do is just make their way down there and just like one-shot it. And after that, that should be a 3-star for us. Now that's a 3-star for us and a destroyed base for them. Alright guys, thanks again for watching this video, and if you did find this informative or you enjoyed this, please consider leaving a like. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video and have a wonderful day.